Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to NWIRC. This is going to be video number 1 on my Arrma Mojave 8S build. This is the EXB version, which is a roller. It's brand new, never used. Let's go ahead and pop this body off. Okay, I did do a few things to it. I did add the T-Bone Racing front and rear bumpers. I did put that together. It's very easy to do. If you'd like, I could disassemble them and do a video on them if you'd like. Also, I installed the M2C Racing hex hubs, and I'm also installed this high-tech. It's the 5955 TG servo. It's all titanium geared. Should be plenty of power. I've had this laying around, and basically I'm just going to tell you what all parts I'm going to use. I'll give you a lowdown of some other things. I do own the ready-to-run version of the Mojave, the 6S, and that thing is a lot of fun, man. They're a lot of fun. But I had bought this roller because I know it's built more heavier duty, I should say, and it's getting ready to build this thing up because I run the crap out of my other Mojave, my ready to run, and that was going to determine how I was going to build this machine. So basically what I'm using is the electronics out of the 5th scale Creighton. We're going to fit that into the system. Keep in mind this is a 1/7 scale for those that's not familiar with these 1/7 scales Mojaves. This system, motor and combo, which is the 160 amp ESC and the 1250 kV brushless motor. There's a huge difference. It's this could be ran up to, like I said, 8S. That's what this whole video series is about. This is the ESC. It's a monster. I'm just trying to keep it closer to Arrma as possible. That's why I went with the Spektrum electronics. Not because I'm using smart batteries or nothing like that. But to cool down the motor, I'm going to use these fans that I had built from a guy named Junior Hins from G-Force Fans. He has a Facebook group, which I'll link below. As a matter of fact, a lot of the parts you're going to see throughout this build video, I'll have them linked below. I don't get any kickback. I paid for everything you see here. Here's his card. He's got an email address, Facebook. This guy's got fast shipping. You could create all different types of colors. You could have them change your balance port to either 3 or 4S or whatever you like. I wouldn't go anything less than 3S. Here's one that he built for me with a 4S battery, and this one is built with a 3S battery, which most of you know I have a combo on my BXL if you've watched my other videos. Man, we just put these things through a lot of stuff, man. I'm telling you, we bash pretty hard when we do. But considering the fact that I'm not going to use that other fan, for one, that means I'm going to have a 4S and a 3S battery along with these two monsters I'll explain to you in a minute. And I did not want all that extra weight because I believe that running a 5th scale system and a 7th scale platform, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about the fan. But I do have a heat gun, and if needed, I'll remove this fan and we'll go ahead and put this one in here if we need to, but I don't think we will. So these fans will just zip tie right to the top. I'm not using the coolant fins. I'm just going to zip tie them just like you've seen on my other one. I haven't had any problems with it or nothing. Also going to be using this mount that I got on eBay. I do believe you can only put up to a 23, possibly 24 tooth on the stock motor mount. Could be wrong, but I know it's like 23 or 24 teeth. I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm jumping all the way up to a 30 tooth pinion with the stock spur. Also, for the batteries, I am running two of these 4-cell 42 SP 8000 mAh battery packs from Gen's Ace. I run the 8000 mAh 3-cell, 2 3-cells in my BLX, and I tell you what, they're great batteries. They fit the box perfect. I made the mistake by going with the 4-cell 8000 mAh because these batteries are monsters. Actually, they don't even fit in the case, but I do have an order that I can make these fit, and I'll get, you know, a lot of good badge time. As you can see here, I got these scales. There's 4 of these scales, and we'll get some you know, front rear percentages of the left to the right side, and you know, to see how far off we are after this build is completed. Also, we're going to be using the Spektrum SR15 receiver. That'll obviously go in the receiver box. I have these, to mount the ESC, I'm going to use this double-sided sticky tape because it's thin. I want this thing as low as possible. I don't want to be trimming any of these tabs here just for warranty purposes. I could make it a lot better by trimming these tabs. I just don't want to do that right now. But I did find a way to set it in there. I just won't be able to use the stock ESC tray. I won't be able to use the whole thing. But I believe that this double-sided 3M sticky tape will be strong enough. And if I don't feel like it is, I can always run possibly a zip tie or maybe some Velcro around it to keep it in there. I don't think we're going to have a problem. If you think, you let me know in the comment area. Also, what else are we doing? Okay, so also in this build series, we're going to take the center diff apart, and we're going to do exactly the same thing I did in my the BLX version, my ready to run version, and that is installing these earplugs. They call them wax pillows, and that's basically what they are. They're just round circular pillows. Remember, all the links will be in the description. I am not sponsored. They're not affiliate links. They're everything I bought with my own money. I'm just sharing it with you guys. But these are wax pillows, and but they feel. See, the thing is, then when you buy these, you'll see that they'll say silicone earplugs and this and that. There's silicone in the description, but nowhere on the packaging, anywhere have I read anything about silicone. And that's the thing. There's nothing about silicone here. But when you feel them and you touch them, they feel like some kind of a synthetic type, I don't know, like silicone. So I would have to say this is not pure wax. I would say that this is some kind of a hybrid or synthetic style of earplugs, whatever. But I did use one in my center diff of my BLX, and it performs amazing. I get a lot of that power goes back to my rear wheels. This thing, it wheelies like crazy. Is I took just some packing that I had. I don't know what it was from. It was just laying around. It was just some packing foam and this and that, and just took a knife and just started fixing away at it. And what these will do, these will end up going inside in between your rails here. I did this to my BLX and was able to help save these body mounts from cracking and this and that, which I did have one crack. But like I said, when you're launching these things up in the air, and if you don't land them right, you're gonna end up cracking. I don't care what you do, but you know, if you're a good rider, you'll probably have very good luck on not cracking these at all. But this will help prevent them little accidents. So here I'd like to show you what I call the craft cover. It's got a leather patch, it's waterproof zipper, spot for your antenna. It's got heavy duty Velcro here that goes alongside your chassis here. Well, I have this same one on my current my Mojave, my BLX. This here keeps, as anybody that owns one of these knows, that these things just attract dirt and everything. I mean, it just all goes into here, it seems like, other than the mud that cakes up on the body. But this here is a must-have. I will contact the owner of this company to see if it's okay for me to release his information in the description area. I don't know if he wants this being advertised or not, but I tell you what, these are a must. That's why I ordered 2 of them, and my son had ordered one for his Arrma Sentin, which does a great job for that too. Very nice design cover, and we'll get into this in another video as well. So guys, like I said, I mentioned what I've done. I have already put this servo in. Very easy to do. It worked, fit perfect. Got the M2C Racing 2mm hex hubs, extended hubs here. That'll help prevent from stripping, the wheel stripping. As you can see here, this was from one of my BXL. The second run, I stripped it out, and I made sure that before I fastened the wheel on, I Loctited the nut and tightened it down, waited till the next day to go run it, and still ended up stripping this out. But this is also the older style wheel. My son has my EXB wheels that's off this truck that come stock with them, the gray ones, or dark gray, black, whatever. He has that. He has those tires on his Arrma Sentin right now, and we're testing it out, and he loves it so far. We get it down to a 16 tooth. We'll get some videos on that thing. But yeah, if you guys see, I don't know if I have a video of when I stripped this. I'm not sure if I had that clip or not. But it also damaged this wheel nut. And there's another thing with these that is very important. Before you take in your stock wheel nuts off your hub, before you do that, you're going to want to get yourself like a torch or something, and you're going to want to heat right in the center, because there's a stud in there you got to pull out, because that's what holds your pin in. Well, what happens is, if you don't heat that Loctite up that Arrma uses, you're going to strip that, and you're going to pay heck trying to get this out. I've tried drilling it from both ends, even through the pin. I could not get it to drill out at all. I broke drill bits, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'll just buy a whole nother set and install it. And then that's when I bought these. So I got the same set of these MC2s on my BLX Mojave as well. I went with a different type of wheel, and I will touch base to you guys. I haven't decided exactly what wheels I wanted to use with this. I was thinking about using the 6S backflips on here, which I think that would be great. But we'll talk about that when I get closer to tires. I'm not sure. I don't want to blow them out. I think if you have your punch settings right, your drive style, I don't think you're going to blow them wheels, or they're going to come unglued. But it's possible. I don't know. That's the whole fun about this RC world. We get to figure this out together. Also, I want to talk to you about this 1/2 inch. This is that locking Velcro that locks together. There's no sticky tape, to back it up or nothing. You just wheel it around each other like this. Then I got the dual lock 3M. That does have the sticky back, and I'm using that to mount my receiver in. And then I have this, again, double-sided tape. Like I said, all links will be in the description. This is the 3M double-sided sticky tape. That's what I'm going to be using to mount the ESC with. And I already covered the earplugs. Yeah, that pretty much covers everything. Got the cover here. Explain the wheels. And just remember one thing, when you guys go put your wheels on here, just make sure, you got to take both these nuts off here. Just make sure when you spin your first nut on, you just put a little bit of Loctite on that one. That's what I do. I mean, it's probably not necessary, but I like to overkill everything, and I don't think it's not gonna hurt nothing. It's just gonna help you, so you don't really have to worry about it. Last thing I did, set the preload down, because when I had all this stuff just mocked up in here, it does weigh it down. So eventually in this video, I'm going to want to change the shock fluid. I might mess around with the pistons, and springs. I'm going to try to find some, maybe some heavier duty springs, because this thing, it does weigh it down, especially with these batteries in this configuration. But I don't think this is going to have no problems moving this thing. I'm also going to check the front and rear diff for fluid. I'm not sure if I'm going to change it, what I want to do. But yeah, I mean, there you have it, man. Brand new roller build on its way. All kinds of mods. I did explain that we are going to weigh each axle once I build it, and we're going to see how far off we are, and maybe if we can make some adjustments to the front, the rear, side to side. I believe when I mocked it up, with everything just resting in there where it's going to go, when I had it on the scale, I was 4% off. So 4% heavier on the battery side versus this side. I don't know if there's anything I could do to counter that weight to make, I don't know if it's going to affect the way it jumps, blah, blah, blah. Enough of that. But here you'll see that my tools aren't the most expensive ones. I'm realizing that, yes, a good set of tools is worth it. I went with the budget buys. I went with the Hobby Park and I believe they're called Legendary. The red ones here are made by Legendary, and these black ones are made by Hobby Park. Stay away from these Hobby Parks, guys. You know, this Hobby Park stand, oh, I love it. This thing is great. I don't like their hex tools. They want to spin too much, because they do. Let me show you here. Oh, by the way, this one here is for my, this is the 0.050, super tiny, and that's for my axial SCX10. It's the C10 body, the one with the C10 body, but these could work for any axle, pretty much 24 scale. It's made by Dynamite. Very nice tool to have. I love it. Feels even good in quality in the hands. Now these Hobby Parks, I don't like them. Yeah, they have an Allen key here, a screw that you could turn and tighten, or you can adjust it up and down. But for some reason, no matter how much I tighten that screw, I'll go to tighten something and it just wants to spin on the barrel. I have never had that problem with these Legendaries. These came in a kit. Like I said, I'll link it below if you guys are interested. I've been using these a lot, these red ones, made by Legendary. Came in a nice case and everything. I'm not sure how quality they are, but hey, they're working for me so far on all of my builds. These are just, you know, an emergency and to make my rack look good. I mean, the tray there, you could fit your side cutters, pliers. I did order some of these, which are pretty handy. There's some speed bits here. These are made by Traxxas. They're just your standard from 1.5 up to what, 3.0? Yeah, 1.5 to 3.0 millimeter. Those are pretty handy for my DeWalt little screw gun. Let's see what else. Okay, I mean, that pretty much narrows it down, guys.